Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. You're with Amira Salon from amirasalon.com. This is your coffee cup reading for the month of March 2018. This is a general reading for everybody, done with the intention of it meaning something to everyone watching this video. If you'd like to book a personal coffee cup reading with me, you can do that through my website. The link is here below. And you can book a coffee cup reading, which comprises of a video for about a 30-minute reading, and it also involves cards and some astrology interpretation as well to have a look at your transit. So I do prepare a coffee cup especially for you in the personal readings, so you're most welcome to book a reading. So what I'd like to do is just to start with the handle of the cup, and we move in a clockwise direction around the cup. You're also welcome to interpret and feel free to comment below as well, because lots of people see different things in the cup, and I always like to see what other people see as well. I also can't spend, hours on the cup, so you might want to interpret things that I might have skipped over. So here we go for March, moving into March 2018, and feeling like there's a lot of really good energy coming up in March, a lot of beautiful Piscean energy, a lot of relaxing energy, a lot of spiritual energy and spiritual shifts and changes. I've got here straight away, this like starting here, we have a couple of eyes kind of peering out. So I feel like there's a good need for protection, but also feeling that you are protected and you do have maybe protection of something around you. If you feel like you do have some sort of eye on you or some sort of evil eye, I know that is also quite, some people see these things as being sort of quite folkloric and things like that. But if you feel like you have an evil eye on you, then you can do some steps to actually take off the evil eye and work on protection. So you can do like a cleanse and things like that and put some protection around you in your home. But I do feel that there's a feeling of needing to feel protected, a feeling of protection, a feeling of also with that keeping your information, secure. And maybe some of you also have a situation where you might have an ex, and you might just want to keep your distance or protect the area of where you live. You don't want people just showing up when you least expect it at times, especially somebody you don't want to see. So that's what I'm feeling through that section there. This could be happening around this time, starting in the month or before the month even starts. Then down below we have some birds and news coming in from the past, because it's looking backwards. It feels like something's really blossoming here. So I feel like not only it looks to me like an Easter sort of period or a spring period, because there's like lots of birds in the nest and they're hatching, and there's small birds and large birds, baby birds. So I do feel there's great news. There's also good celebration coming in around you. I know we're before April, we're not yet into Easter, but I feel like you're going to receive some news by Easter that's going to give you a lot of sincerity, joy, relaxation, and abundance. I'm feeling through that. So some of you might win something, or you might get something back that's owed to you, or you might hear news from somebody in your past that you've been expecting to hear from. And it might be a while before they contact you, but I do feel that there is good news coming from them. Okay. This little thing here looks a bit like a gargoyle, and I've had gargoyles come up before. So that is also part of the protection, spiritual protection energy. It also for me symbolizes Paris. So I don't know what's happening in Paris. Sometimes I do get world predictions. There is a little bit of a lizard energy here as well. So there can be something to do with a lizard and lizard energy. So sometimes I need to look up the meaning, the symbolic meaning of certain things that I'm not familiar with, because there's just so many different things that do come up. But I'm feeling it's like a gecko or a large lizard, a reptile. So let's just have a look at see that. Okay. They're associated with healing and survival and also masculinity. So there's something there to do with healing and survival. So there could be a situation where you've come out of a situation here where you've needed protection. There's a sense of healing and survival and moving forward and a sense of protection. Okay. Okay. There's also a little head here that looks like a ram, so it can be an Aries or somebody who's born under the Chinese sign of the sheep or the goat coming into your life or in your life, or it could be about you, something to do with an Aries person or somebody with Aries rising. Excuse me. And there looks like a little child's face here looking towards this Aries. So it looks to me like a little boy. So there's definitely a child's face there. If you don't have any children around you, it could be a child in spirit wanting to come through or connect with you. It could be a child in spirit that may not have, been born or been born yet. Okay. Now I've got something here that looks like a temple. So it can be a temple like in Thailand, a Buddhist temple, in China. It can be also, looks a little bit like a pyramid, but I'm seeing it more like a temple. I feel it's something to do with maybe an Indian temple. A temple in Asia is coming up here strongly with this. So I feel like this is also symbolic for saying to look after yourself, like your body is a temple as well as coming in around that. And also any associations with Southeast Asia and India. Some of you might be planning a trip or looking at something to do with some certain religion or going to a temple of some description. Okay. I'm also picking up Cambodia here too, so there could be somebody going. I feel like a lot of you might be planning a trip to Southeast Asia, so going to what is it, Wat Kampur or something like that in Cambodia. But there seems to be a lot of good energy coming in and around this temple. So it can also be if you're going to Bahai or something like that too. Some people like to go to temples even if they're not in Asia. There's other temples you can attend as well in America and Australia and the UK and different places. Okay, so that represents inspiration, spiritual thinking, meditation and growth. It is also symbolic of your body and the attention you give it. Alternatively, that you are looking for a place of refuge and a place to keep things that are dear to you. So once again, there's an element here of safety and protection coming up, a theme that's sort of running through this cup. Sorry, I'm just taking my time so I can really get, some of the other meanings for you as well of these symbols. Okay, up here I've got balloons going into the air, so I feel like you're going to have a celebration. I feel like you're letting things go. I feel like this is a great month to really let things go, to let your dreams soar, to really let your disappointments go. I feel like letting go of disappointments and anything that has been around, declining hopes, and also renewing your aspirations, goals and ambitions, and expanding these and letting them go into the universe. Doing a lot of, I feel, spiritual practices, meditation, and sort of like some sort of like regroup or transformation. Okay, so it's sort of like reaching for higher levels. Okay. Then this very large pillar here that almost looks a little bit phallic. So there is a pillar here. I feel like, you know, we did have a masculine energy back here also before with a lizard. So I feel like if you are looking for a man, I feel like there could be definitely a man coming in around you. Whether you're male or female, you might be looking for a man if you're male as well. So there could be, you know, something very kind of erotic happening. There could be sort of a very strong attraction. There could be also, you know, somebody who's very attracted to you. Okay. So you know, this is a very strong Shiva sort of element. You know, Shiva is, in the mysticism of Shiva, a lot of people use this type of energy to kind of pray for as well. So, you know, I feel like this is energy coming up and up towards you. There's energy coming towards you. There could be somebody standing their ground, somebody also very firm in their decisions, somebody who is knows what they want as well. So if it is this masculine presence that's been bothering you, then you know what it is. If it's something new coming in, then it's something new coming in that is going to make, you know, maybe be interesting for you. There's a little symbol here that looks like somebody's sort of like flying through the air, floating through the air. So I feel like there are going to be some surreal energy. And at the moment, there's a lot of planets in Pisces. This is a great time to really evolve and sort of really tap into some very highly spiritual type of attunements and things like that. So it's a great time to be doing anything like that. There's a symbol here that looks like a very unusual fish. It looks like a clownfish actually. So that's an interesting one. I've never had a clownfish before. Or one of those those fishes that blow themselves up or expand themselves. Okay. So it can be, a meaning for that can be also that you're questioning some of your beliefs at the moment. You're questioning really what you believe in and what you are guided to, you know, guided to and getting. But fish also generally means something good coming in around finance and money. Clownfish, they can also camouflage themselves, so there could be some sort of camouflage going on, but there's also beauty going on. Somebody might be trying to get your attention. They could be trying to, but they might not be all who they seem, so they could be camouflaging their true self. There could be somebody very beautiful and very attractive as well that could be coming towards you, because it's sort of like this person is coming back towards this symbol here. So it's kind of like, it's an unusual cup this month, I must say, a little bit unusual. But often fish also represent money, but it does look like an unusual fish to me. It's a different one from the normal fish. So if there's somebody coming from the past, they could be trying to come back and seduce you in some way. They could be coming back to flatter you in some way. I feel like there's something with this clownfish that's not quite real. They could be trying to buy you as well. Okay, there's a letter M there that looks almost like an ancient symbol as well. So M. And there's a lot of unusual heads here. Heads and shapes that are not really totally jumping out at me. They're kind of like, there could be dogs, there could be this, there could be that, there could be strange heads on things. They're not giving me a definite image. This symbol here looks to me like a heart, sort of like expanding or melting. It almost to me looks like a chocolate heart that's kind of like collapsing or melting. So I feel like some of you will have a heartfelt, encounter. You'll feel like maybe your heart's expanding, your heart's opening, your heart's reaching further afield, because we're coming into open space. So maybe your heart is kind of like opening, reaching further afield, transforming in some way, because it looks like it's taken shape, but it's sort of melting. So I feel there's a situation with your heart, with your feelings, with your emotions that could be transforming, expanding, opening up, and maybe changing over this time. I feel like this month is a transformational spiritual month in general, and it feels to me like there's a lot of messages through spirit, through symbols, through dreams, through visions. There's work to be done on letting go of unfulfilled hopes and dreams, of maybe regrouping and reassessing and reforming new ideas and new dreams and wishes and balloons to release and let go into the universe, into the sky, literally or symbolically. And something to celebrate around balloons too. So there's celebrations, parties, there can be attractions with people from the past, people coming in, one person particularly. There seems to be a masculine energy here around you, whether it's you yourself if you are male, or a masculine energy coming in around you. So there's a very strong dynamic. And if you are a male, you might be feeling very virile, you might be feeling very in shape, in form, on point. You might be feeling very attracted to somebody. And if you're female or male wanting another male, you could have this male come into your life that's very dynamic, that's very forthright, that's very strong, who is, very attracted to you, who wants to kind of win you. The only thing to look out for is this clownfish, to sort of see, what is the true color here? Who is this person really? And what do they really want? And staying in your present and your true kind of alignment with yourself, staying in your true purpose and your true personal identity, because I feel like there's beliefs that are going to be mixed around to this month, that are going to be questioned and mixed around, and things that are going to be challenged possibly. Maybe the beliefs with this other person are going to be completely different, and you're going to have to find some common ground, some middle ground. Okay? I know it was a bit, it took a while to kind of come together, this cup this week, or this month. So thank you for really bearing with me with that. I'm going to do a wish for everybody. So on the coming out of the Chinese New Year with the jade and bringing in prosperity, luck and blessings. So we're going to do the jade imprinted wish for everybody. And I'm just going to press the wish in here for luck, success, love, abundance, prosperity, harmony, blessings, serenity, protection, good health, good relations, and enlightenment for everybody watching this cup. Let's see if there's anything underneath the finger. Wish, the printed wish. Okay. Okay. It looks like the two things that jump out to me are two little faces here that look like a dog and a cat. So and they look like puppies and kittens. So I feel like there's new love. There's, it could be with somebody very different from you. And new love, new blessings. It can also be a dog, can be somebody very loyal, and a cat can be somebody quite mysterious as well, or even, you know, spiritual or very intuitive, or even cunning to a certain point. So this kind of, but they're sort of like head to head here. They're kind of like sort of snuggling together. So it looks to me quite cute. It looks like a little cute thing. I also feel like some of you might be, you know, bonding with pets, getting new pets. Maybe if you have children, the children want pets, some new pets, you know, to play with and things like that, and to look after. So I feel like there's, you know, nice things coming in around you. And this little face of the cat almost looks like Catwoman. So it looks quite strong and, you know, quite strong and fierce. So I feel like if you do get a kitten or a cat, it's going to be a very unique one, very unusual one. And the puppy looks very, very sweet. So lots of love and angel blessings moving forward. All the very best for March, moving further into 2018. Take care. Ciao for now.